That was okay. That was a setup before. Never
That was
mind.
just for funsies. We're good.
That would have been fucking hilarious, though. I would have loved to see that. All right, here we go. Starting things off, PS2. Of course, Jakal being the wolf player here. I feel like he is gonna want to off your PS2 here, and
absolutely.
I'm just curious though. After what 9 sets they've played, Yeast has never, or I guess Jakal's never found out like, hey, this Mii Brawler character is kind of good on PS2. But
Right.
you know what happens. And here we go, the classic.
The worst of us. Sometimes you learn as time goes on.
Oh, there it is, the classic Nair spot dodge up tilt, the Yeast special. And that's gonna be the first stock right there.
Whoa. Tremendous job there by Yeast.
Starting this off right now, Yeast or Jakal trying to play a little bit of that spacing neutral here. Down throw dash attack. Oh, not opting for the dash attack actually. Trying to go for a tech chase there, but not gonna get too much reward off of it. Returning to neutral, both players not really getting pretty. Actually, Yeast with a slight positional advantage, and now moving on to Jakal. But
yeah, we are just throwing out these our good aerials here, just trying to catch one of us into something so we can convert it here. However, it seems like Yeast is just going to get a better confirm. But as I finish that sentence, Jakal gets a grab, and we are going right back into back air territory.
Yeah, just so many moves being thrown out here. Jakal just constantly opting for that auto cancel back air, and Yeast going for those up tilts. But okay, spot dodge up smash, going to be taking it from 2019 to 2025. That is just going to be a classic move for a Wolf player.
Absolutely. And we are still going to be getting our own up airs here for Yeast, but we're not going to be taking any stocks there just yet. So this is still Yeast's chance to try and just take the stock early and keep Jakal on the ropes.
All right, Dark Rider Shield going to be easily punished by that forwarder. Not going to get too much confirms off of it, but still, okay, Nair down smash. That's going to be a pretty good confirm there. And now, after the explosive lead that Yeast had starting things off, Jakal looking like he might be a shoo-in here to take this game 1.
Absolutely. And like you said, this may just be, once again, just history repeating itself with Jakal taking these games. But I, for one, am a Yeast believer, and I believe that Yeast will rise to the occasion.
Of course, pun intended there.
Oh, absolutely. I never make a pun if not intended. And even if I do, oh, it was intended. I just didn't know.
Okay. Going things off right here. Trying to get some shield pressure started here, but I feel like Jakal just hasn't really put himself in a position to even get shield pressure at all here.
Oh, no. I haven't been seeing much positioning like that from Jakal. But what I have been seeing is some good back airs by Yeast to just try and make sure that history doesn't repeat itself. Because at 11-0, we need to make it 11-1, I believe.
Oh my... Okay, still staying alive. Okay, this is still very doable.
Oh, absolutely. Mii Brawler with...
Never mind.
I was about to say, Mii Brawler with Rage can put in a lot of work. But then I just watch as up smash scoops him right into the sky. Like, well, in game 2 it'll do a lot of work, surely.
Right, now, moving on to game 2. Of course, set point right now for Jakal. We're going back to best of 3 because this is... Actually, we know. Okay, yeah, top 4 is not best of 5. It goes into top 3. That's my beat. But, yeah, so it's going to be our last best of 3 set for the night here. So that means the Yeast has one more chance here to finally get that win on Jakal. He's always wanted.
So one chance here to really make it count. So hopefully Yeast is able to turn this train around, but it is entirely up to him and Jakal. So it's whoever wants it more.
Okay, good. I'd really like to use a full hop air here. Okay, bit of a strange forward smash attempt there, but...
Yeah, I physically was like, huh. And just like froze for a moment. I'm like, what was that? What am I watching here?
Oh, that might be a kill. Yep,
oh yeah,
there
absolutely.
It is. Okay.
Mii Brawler moment.
Yeah, grab at 40, and that's going to be the kill there. Alright. Suplex adding on a little bit of chip damage, right? Actually, not even chip damage. That is 20% off of an armored command grab. He needs a chat. All right, up smash going to be pretty
yeah,
easily whiff
absolutely.
punish there. Trying to get something with
Yeah,
that down air.
I love the attempt for the down air to just try and get something saucy immediately, but you're just not going to take
that
it.
was a
But we
beautiful
are going to
stock.
get amazing edge guards.
Okay, not going to get the kill, but still, that was such a beautiful stock. Catching those air dodges and just catching Jakal trying to go for those kind of risky reversal options there.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Jakal still showing no fear and just trying to build up percent here on Yeast.
Wait, that might be
And-
the stock. Yeah,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
it. Wow. Yeah, no, catching the double jump and then using that laser to just keep him in disadvantage, pushing him away
Ooh.
after he already wasted the flip jump. That GG's.
Absolutely.
That's just GG's.
And Jakal once again just putting a ton of forward momentum here and keeping Yeast on the ropes. And if Yeast wants this, they're really going to have to turn this around and quickly.
Right. Trying to
Good
stay a little
patience
bit
there by
patient there.
Jakal.
Yeah, patience there at ledge, trying not to press anything too committal there. Last up situation here. Oh, that up smash could be, again, easily whiff punish there on the side of Jakal. Right.
And
He has to
both-
find something here to take this to a last up situation. Oh, but that sweet spot back here? Yeah.
Yeah, that back air is going to take it.
A quick
Look,
2-0 and a fist bump taking Jakal into losers finals there.
yeah, looks like it's going to be updated to a 12-0. Yeast doesn't seem too upset about it, but it's hard to eat that, you know?
Hey, it happens.
It happens. But such is, we just keep it moving, keep it rolling.
Yeah, bit of a really quick set, honestly.
Yeah,
And
genuinely.
considering how the first stock went, like right here, 24%, and like on that first stock, and Jakal's still very easily able to bring it back here.
Yeah, the entire set was just amazing move after amazing move, taking stock so quickly. It really was just like, it was a blink and you miss it set as we go right into our, now for the rest of the sets being best of 5. But it really was just monumental in how fast it was and how dominating Jakal was.
For sure. That was that was one of the fastest sets I've ever seen. That set went faster than some games I think we've seen earlier in top 8.
Oh,
That went
yeah.
by, I think that went by faster than than game 1 of Rivers versus Fawn. So
Oh yeah, we were there for a while. I wasn't upset about it, but we were there.
alright, and alright, so moving on to losers finals here, Jakal again making the losers run of a lifetime here. Going on to face
I would hope so.
Ronan.
I would hope at being seeded first and getting upset early on that we would make that upset, but it is one of those where like even the mental tax of it just could keep you just out early on, you know?
All right, and of course, it's gonna be a very interesting set to see there on losers finals. We were talking earlier about how Lucas player Jim make a pretty big upset in Bubs beating Light.
Oh yes.
But I want to see how Lucas does against the other Stacies. If we're gonna see Jerona going to be getting the upset on Jakal. I actually don't know for sure if Jerona has beaten him. I'm actually going to do a quick check.
Yeah,
By the way,
let's do a quick
this
little-
site, holy shit, Smash Stuff is good.
I'm not gonna move my webcam because it's sort of fairly planted, and if I were to move it, everything